welcome. I'm Antonina Antosha, and you're watching UATV. We're broadcasting from Toronto, Canada, where the conference on Ukrainian reforms is underway right now. UATV, together with Agri-Team Canada, is launching a series of special interviews dedicated to the results of Ukrainian reforms that are currently ongoing. Today, we're going to be discussing the reform of economic development and trade in particular. And together in the studio with me right now is Phil Zwibel. He is the president of PMZ International. Hello, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
As an introduction, we're going to play a little video to give our audience a glimpse of what we're going to talk about.
I'm co-founder of Low and Pop Candy Manufacturing. It was started in 2013 from my idea. I saw on YouTube how Martha Stewart was making candy in Papa Bubble shop in New York. It was like, wow, I want to make the same candy in Ukraine. My company is not such a big company as a corporation or a huge company, confectionery I mean, but still, our company is making very high quality products. And these products can find their place on different markets, not only in Ukraine. Our dream to make this company not only national, but international as well. And going international, exporting our sweets, it's one of our ways of expanding.
Canada-Ukraine Free Trade Agreement aimed to eliminate barriers and create new opportunities for companies in Canada and Ukraine. That's why the Canadian government, Global Affairs Canada, launched a 5-year Canada-Ukraine Trade and Investment Support Project aimed to increase export from Ukraine to Canada and investments from Canada to Ukraine. Since the beginning of the project, we have been in touch with over 500 Ukrainian companies, and over 120 companies took part in trade shows in Canada.
It was second ICT trade mission which we participated to Canada. First time we traveled to Canada 2017, I guess. And we decided that once we gain capacity which will allow us to export services to Canada, we start to do that. And that is why 2018 we've traveled the second time. But this time we've gained so much help and so much support from QTs, from Ministry of Economical Development, Jobs Creations and Trade in Ontario, that basically we've changed our plans a bit and we're now thinking about fully operational office to be established in Canada.
Canada is considered as one of the most promising and most acceptable partners for Ukraine. We have a very good long-standing political relationship, and moreover there was signed a free trade agreement between Ukraine and Canada. Ukraine can propose a lot of food processing products, IT services, machinery, etc.
So before going on international markets, first of all, don't be afraid. It's okay to go and to try, but still calculate your costs and understand if your company is ready to go on international markets. If yes, then okay, sure, go.
So since the free trade agreement between Ukraine and Canada has been signed, Ukraine got a chance to export to Canada quite a number of products tax-free, and one of those products is shoes.
Correct.
Now, I know that you have been to Ukraine exploring the facilities and the factories of shoemaking powers in Ukraine. What's your evaluation?
So in general, most of the Ukrainian factories are very well equipped, very well organized, very good working conditions. So there's no reason why they can't export to Canada. The challenge for most exporters is to make product that is suitable for a particular market. Not the cheapest product, but the most appropriate product. To study the market, to study pricing and competitors, and decide where you want to be in the price equation.
What would you say is the level of the demand in the Canadian market for Ukrainian-made shoes?
Okay, the Canadian market is overflowing with shoes. So
From different countries, right?
From different countries, yeah. We import about 98% of our shoes. So it's a very good market to sell shoes into. The advantage of free trade is an 18% price advantage. And also, we are focused on, as the video says, on SMEs, on small to medium-sized enterprises.
Why so? Why small and medium-sized enterprises?
It's a policy of our government.
Okay.
We wouldn't help Nike.
Because I saw that maybe that means that the small and medium-sized enterprises actually produce shoes of better quality?
I guess it's a government policy not to help the people who could help themselves. So small family-owned businesses, that's who the government is focused on. And that means that they're small and flexible. They can be faster than a giant elephant-sized factory that has orders months and months in advance. So there's a lot of benefits to being small. And we've had really quite good success in the first 18 months of the free trade agreement and my work with Ukrainian shoe factories. So.
Well, do you think that the work is going to continue? Because before we've been discussing the interview and you said that almost no shoe producing facilities are going to be left in Ukraine or in Canada for that matter within the matter of several years to come. Why so?
Okay, so in general, factory work is collapsing in the Western world. So there's almost no shoe factories left in Canada. There's almost none in the United States. And that's because we're not taking advantage of new technology. What's happening now is Nike and Adidas and those big companies are opening up small-scale factories in Canada and the United States and in Germany to take advantage of speed, because speed is important. So to transition from a small-scale, local supply Ukrainian shoe factory to a global supplier, they have to specialize in special products. They have to concentrate on high quality and speed and sustainability and all of those things that everybody talks about. Because the old method, they will close. They will close. China will discover that already the percentage of imports in Ukraine is already hurting Ukrainian producers. And it's only going to get worse.
Would you say that goods, and in our particular conversation, it's shoes of only high quality is the key strategy to good sales?
Okay, well, what I tell people is that in Canada there's only one quality. Perfect. There is no...
Do Ukrainian shoes match?
Yeah, well, they have to. They have to. So my role with the factories is to ensure that they understand that the shoes can't be crooked, they can't be dirty, they can't be this. So that's part of the evolution that this my work is building on with the factories that we're working with, is to get them to understand the quality that is expected.
What's going to happen to the producers who are not so keen on producing shoes of high quality?
Well, I would say the horizon is very short, 5 to 10 years. There's no reason for a general shoemaker to exist in the Western economy. The workers want higher wages. If you can give higher wages for higher efficiency. Higher efficiency comes with investment in the production.
Okay.
And that's the hurdle we're facing.
We've already discovered that Canada that Canada's powers of producing shoes is almost equal to zero. That means that the country is importing the shoes, right? Of high quality. We've also discovered that. Now, which country would you call the main and the best producer of high quality shoes?
Well, if France is famous for wine, then Italy is famous for shoes. And our history that we know in the shoe business is that all good things in the shoe business come from Italy. I always say if you can sell shoes to Italy, you've hit a home run. So what we're trying to do with the Ukrainian factories is to have them compete with Spain and Italy and Portugal, and not compete with China and Indonesia and Vietnam, because they can't.
You think that's possible?
Yeah.
To some extent. Within what time frame?
Well, we're doing it now. We have sold shoes to the best Canadian retailer there is. It's the first order. It's the beginning. I always say the first order is hard. The second order is proof. Because if the shoes don't sell, the second order becomes impossible.
Yeah.
So
right.
it's our goal is to make sure the shoe is commercial and made right and fits well and everything, and then it's in the
and
hands
just making
of
a statement.
then it's in the hands of the consumer, right?
Well, thank you so much for coming to our studio
Okay.
tonight.
My pleasure.
That was Phil Zwibel. He is the president of PMZ International. I'm Antonina Antosha with UATV. Let me remind you that we're working from Toronto, Canada, where the conference on Ukrainian reforms is currently taking place. Stay tuned for more.